neurological side effects that rarely come with it. Ask your vet about heart rate pulse. Are you looking for a little inspiration? Here's one last thing from our incredible guest. To advice I would give young women in particular is to not question your abilities as much as you might otherwise. I mean, if you have the desire to do a career in science, for example, you can teach yourself that. You can teach yourself the skills you need. Pursue your passions. And don't let anyone or anything discourage you from what you know you truly want to do. Finding a mentor is one of the most important things to do. You can find a mentor in school by looking at the programs that are available, or you can just email whoever you like, and they'll likely respond to you. That's it for Mission Unstoppable. See you next week. Sunday morning at 10 on News 3 now. You are watching CBS. Brought to you by Super. It's what makes Super. Super. Today, pet that dream team. Which needs to be daily for the checkup. Then, protecting them from these butterflies by underground's first insured babies. The total case of most patients face an uphill battle after taking a particular cat. No matter which size, shape, or species, sometimes animals need a helping human hand. These are the stories of the specialists who make sure our pets stay happy and healthy and teach us the powerful connection between pets and people along the way. They are the Pet Vet Dream Team. Kira and son Xavier are running at Kingston Pets for their rubber new mom and a new addition to the family, San Bernard approach. Mom is at clinic regular, but this is the first time Dr. Danny is meeting the large, lovable fur. Hello, this must be Crunchy Boy. We've had Crunch Feds for months now, and yeah, they've been very excited too. It's so much. Oh, you super plus you large boy. Crunch has just covered me with his slobber lots. But it's certainly a lot worse than to deal with that. Alright, well, we might pop Crunch on the scales and see what he weighs in at today, hey? That's a boy. This guy's looking good. Oh my goodness. Nowhere. Look at the 69 kilos, you big boy, hey? I don't think I'll be picking Crunch up under the table today. Yeah, I think we'll leave him on the floor. Teddy bear. Crunch came to us from another family who had him from a pub, but then they had returned to full-time work after having a young child and felt they couldn't give him the attention that he needed. So, yeah, we're very lucky to be the ones who could rehouse him. Crunch has come to see Danny for his yearly vaccination. Then Molly has come along to keep him company. All right, Crunch and Molly, come on through. Molly, girl, you're so sweet. All right, we're going to try to sit you up, okay, mate? Hey, get under that chest of yours. As it's Crunch's first visit to the clinic, Danny begins with an examination. Let's have a look at you now. Now let's have a look. could have a bit of mild discomfort going on in his hips that we're not seeing with his exercise too. But just keep an eye on it for now. Alrighty, so we listen to what you got. Hey, St. Bernard's can get heart disease. But Hunter's heart sounds beautiful, but no evidence of any murmur or arrhythmia, which is really good. We might do those vaccinations now, so we've got an oral component first, and then go for the injection afterwards. Try not to eat my hand while we're there, alright, mate? So I'm just gonna squirt that into your goal. That's the way. Very good. Oh, I taste of this, I'm sorry.
With the full vaccination done, Crunch now needs just an injection.
Alright, let's give some treats. Treats are the best distraction. If you want to be in charge of the treat giving it over, just while I'm giving that, you won't even notice. Boy. I think Crunch has landed on his feet with you guys. I think he's going to have a really beautiful home, so thank you. It's a really generous thing to take on such a big dog. See you, Crunchy boy, you be good now. At 4 years of age, to give him such a loving home like they have, they're just really kind-hearted people.
We'll see you the same time next year.
Will do. See you later. All the best, guys. Bye.
Coming up, Dr. Alex makes a house call, but will Mother Nala make a checkup impossible?
While I'm here, I really want to check out these little babies, but this could be fraught with danger. Oh, here we go.
PetVet Dream Team, part of the CBS Dream Team.
Organized because you've got all of these different size logs. I kind of just, because I like these words.
Any pressure from the governor, his ally.
See, I'm in handcuffs right now, dude. I'm in a seatbelt, dude. Shouldn't talk about anything else.
All right. You have a good night, Jeremy.
Thank you.
He's causing disturbances, he's drunk, so tonight he gets to go to jail for resisting a police officer, obstructing. Good to go.
Take in fragrance inspired by nature with Airwick Essential Mist. With kits starting at just $10, you can transform natural essential oils into mist at a price that is just right. Experience Airwick Essential Mist.
As a real estate agent, I've learned it's excess moisture that causes musty odors. Pro tip, use Damp Rid.
New Damp Rid drop-in tabs attract and trap excess moisture out of the air, eliminating musty odors.
Works every time.
Get rid of dampness. Damp Rid.
Ta-da!
Did you know Liberty Mutual customizes your car insurance so you only pay for what you need?
I should get a quote.
Do it.
Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Parmesan, Asiago, and fresh mozzarella.
This cheesing is rather pleasing. Yep, tastes like $1 million.
New pepperoni cheeser, only $7.
Pizza.
Do you need to lose weight? Then you must listen to this. This is fat. This is water. The problem with many diets, though, is that in the beginning, you think you are losing fat, when really, you are just losing water. That's where Lipozene is different. A clinical study showed that for every pound participants lost with Lipozene, 78% was pure body fat. Not water, fat.
I recommend Lipozene because it's made from the rare konjac root, which contains...
But years ago, I was diagnosed with a sleep disorder. And like millions of others, I was prescribed sleeping.
Led Zeppelin, F-Lep, fake 99 toss crunch, naked right. Oh, shut the up. Yeah.
That you're going to put away or take out that you're with.
At that point, law enforcement has no idea who's a suspect, so everybody is a suspect that had access to the home and the barn. Arthur's funeral is held a week later, on February 23rd.
Yeah, I found. Okay, there's bandages in the cabinet. I'm bleeding. Grab 2.
Sheba, what could...
Vice Versa presents One Man and His Shoes. Premieres Monday at 8 on Vice.
Discover the rainbow. Taste the rainbow. When Visible set out to create the future of phone service, we tossed the stuff that wasn't working. Stuff like footlong bills and fees from nowhere, time-wasting stores, misleading ads, unhelpful help centers, and saved the stuff that was working, like Verizon's 4G LTE network, plus unlimited data, messages, and minutes. It's a simple system. Trim the bad. Make the good better. And way cheaper. Meet Visible. Unlimited data on Verizon's 4G LTE network. Just $25 for your first month. Join us at Visible.com.
Restaurants are our family, the cornerstone of our communities. And our family needs help. Right now, they're facing a crisis, and they're counting on your takeout and delivery orders to help them through. Because if we don't treat restaurants like family today, they might not be around to treat us like family tomorrow. Grubhub. Together, we can help save the restaurants we love.
At U-Haul, we know moving can be stressful. Hey guys, can you all help us move? It's tough to find the right help for the job. I'm busy that weekend. Sorry, man. I didn't tell you what weekend. That's why we created MovingHelp.com. MovingHelp.com is an online marketplace for booking reliable, affordable muscle for your move.
Thank you.
Find the right team for the right time at a locked-in price. Safe, convenient, reliable. Moving Help, powered by U-Haul. Your move made easier. Introducing the future of fitness. It's every class you can imagine. Live.
Welcome back to the mirror.
And on demand. It's boxing, cardio, yoga, and more. It's an interactive, goal-crushing, whole family, whole body fitness machine.
It's so cool.
The future of fitness is at home. The Mirror.
Hi, I'm Hanno. I created Gabi because most people overpay on car insurance. Gabi is a free tool that saves you money by finding the best deal. Gabi users save more than $800 per year on average. Go to Gabi.com and stop overpaying for car insurance.
Hola, Jade.
Not only did he did it, but they... October 2nd.
It's virtually 100.
Yeah, he took his soul first. It's important to run multiple depths. Our last fish bit 18 feet down.
Let safe drivers save 40%.
Hundreds or even thousands of dollars for amazing results like this.
But when you call in the next 18...
Grab two.
If we told
Maleficent brought down her wall of thorns and took off her crown. And she invited Aurora to see how the Moors had been once, long ago, when Maleficent was but a child and her heart was bright. For now, it was again. But that was not all.
There she is. Hurry up, they're waiting. Wait for me. We present this crown to our little Aurora, for whom we have sacrificed the best years of our... Never mind.
Our kingdoms have been unified.
You have your queen. So you see, the story is not quite as you were told. And I should know, for I was the one they called Sleeping Beauty. In the end, my kingdom was united not by a hero or a villain, as legend had predicted, but by one who was both hero and villain. And her name was Maleficent.
I know you, I walked with you once upon a dream. I know you.
Crooks would let me die. You two, on the other hand, still a question mark. You're clear. Do what the man says.
Clear doing anything but chopping down this tree. I figured he would do that once all of our workers left.
Everything's fine. Everybody's alive. Let's get our stove.
Yeah.
All right. You turned into parking.
There we go. Good for hepatitis, only insulin found on the needle. Now they still got to do the blood drop on Marvin, but
I think D
was his only communicable disease. So you're in the clear.
Yeah.
When my daughter first went missing, a lot of people would say, I think she's connected to the Jason Ellis case. I was so aggravated at first when I heard that. I automatically took it like they were thinking my daughter was on drugs, which upset me because I'm like, my daughter never touched a drug in her life. But I wasn't looking at the big picture.
You have Jason Ellis, that is a drug officer. You have Nick Houck, an employee of the Bardstown Police Department, on the same schedule as Officer Ellis. Crystal is dating Brooks. Brooks is brother's police officer.
I think my daughter knew something. I think my husband was getting close to something. And I think Jason Ellis knew something. It's scary to think that there's a big drug thing that could be going on in any town, anywhere. But it's opened my eyes.
I think that we should start looking into, could this be drug related?
I think it's a great possibility. Drugs are involved. Drugs are a problem across our nation today. And with drugs comes other crimes.
It's definitely something we should be taking seriously, but we need to learn more about the drugs in Kentucky. So Jim Hickton is a journalist, and he wrote that book, The Cornbread Mafia, which you've read.
Right.
I think he can let us know if this is a possibility that plays a role in any of these unsolved crimes.
Not all a serious side effect.
Out right now from Lady Antebellum, we have from the CMT Vineyard, only our finest champagne here.
Or SUV, try Metro Kia on the east side of Madison today.
Ask about 0% APR financing for up to 75 months on select models, including the popular Sorento, Optima, and now Sportage. How does this deal get any better? How about up to 4 months deferred payments and no minimum down payment for well-qualified credit? Metro Kia on the east side of Madison is open and here for you.
The second Sunday I'm going to show you is so over the top and decadent. I probably should apologize in advance. Actually, no, I shouldn't. It is so delicious. I am going to make it with pride. It's called Rainbows and Unicorns Sundae. I'm making rainbow crispy treats, which are an important component to the sundae. They're rainbow crispy treats, but they start like every other crispy treat you'll ever make. I added half a stick of butter and a 10-ounce bag of marshmallows to a big old pot. It was so much fun getting together with the Charlie's crew and coming up with the different ideas for Sundays. It was important to me, one, that each Sunday be completely crazy and over the top, lots of fun, and two, that each Sunday had some kind of a baked good as a component. Okay, the marshmallow mixture is finally all melted, so I'm going to add the Crispies. I've got 2 cups of regular rice cereal, and then 4 cups of little rainbow pebble cereal. And I'm going to add just a little bit of salt to try to break through just a little bit of this sweetness. I'm going to turn the heat off. And with every crispy treat recipe, you've got to act fast once you add all the crispy stuff, because that marshmallow just gets stickier and stickier. Okay, once the cereal and the marshmallows are all mixed together, I'm going to add a second marshmallow to the mix. And these are just mini rainbow marshmallows. I'm going to add most of them in, fold this together a little bit, and then I'll add the rest. It's really nice to know that crispy treats have not gone out of style. I remember eating them when I was a little girl, and they're just as popular as ever. All right, now I'm going to see if all of this will come out in one big lump. Hopefully it'll wind up in the pan. And then again, you have to work fast and get all of this spread out. I sprayed a baking pan very generously with cooking spray, so all of this would not stick. Okay, I got it all in as good as it's going to go. It's almost like cement once it starts to set. I'm going to sprinkle the top with a whole bunch of rainbow sprinkles. And you can get creative here and use sparkly sprinkles. I'm just going to keep it simple with this sprinkle. Okay, now that'll ensure that the sprinkles stick to the crispy treats. Now I'm going to let them cool for 20 minutes, and then I'll drizzle the whole top with white chocolate. So while it cools, let me tell you more about getting ready to open Charlie's. So a new store with a new staff needed one thing: Curtis's Sunday School.
Next step is whipped cream. And again, we don't want to hide our berries, but we do want it to be a big, beautiful pile of whipped cream.
The amenities, I think that those are great for the boys. With it being on the second floor, it's not quite as nice of a view as some of the other locations, but it's definitely a big contender. The big question of the day is, are you going to let someone else sleep in your bed?
I might be able.
An approval machine or sale.
Hello. Is this a real machine you guys use for approvals?
Oh no, these buttons don't even work. You get approved on your phone.
Sam is for fun, ha ha.
We use a ton of different factors to get you approved, not just your credit score.
I got approved.
I told you, 99% of people do. Go to drivetime.com, get approved, and see if you qualify for $0 down. DriveTime, genius.
Restaurant Impossible returns for the most life-changing season ever.
We raised $118,000.
Thank you so much. I'm gonna make you proud.
All new Restaurant Impossible, Thursday night at 9 on Food Network.
The house battery is dead. I can't fish without electronics.
Oh, just shut up, please. I'm running the boat. Yeah, freaking amateur hour. I'm the captain.
All Alive, an all-new episode premieres Friday at 9 on Discovery.
I know the clock is ticking, so let me go right to results. Wow.
series premiere, Big Time Bake, June 8th at 9.
Know what this is? This is another insightful letter from another loyal fan. And Herb DiMaggio, who writes Dear My Beth, noticed you've done several specials in the past on tight spaces. I understand why. The image of you jamming your ample frame into various nooks and disgusting crannies is what my wife likes to call TV gold. Ample frame? When did you first realize, Mike, that tight spaces would become such a big part of dirty jobs? And is your frustration in these cramped situations sincere? Fondly, Herb DiMaggio. Of course it's sincere, Herb. Everything I do on this program is sincere. Your questions, however, I believe,
have sustained us for over 4 decades. Existila.
To return it. Vroom. Get in.
Yeah, Cricket. Sorry, I know. I broke the...
To help keep you protected.
So,
we'll have lots of fun.
Bring. It's 62% more than.
What happened?
I don't really remember.
Extra vacation days.
I grab my Swiffer sweeper and heavy duty dusters. Duster extends to 3 feet to get all that gross stuff. Gotcha. And for that nasty dust up.
It's at 9 on AMC.
At Burger King, we're updating.
I know. Yeah. I know. Looks like it'll all be over by Christmas. So how did...
Is it a big deal, Joey? I'm almost tired.
Jesus, I mean, y'all are just... Okay, everyone. Our mission is to provide complete balanced nutrition for strength and energy.
Great tasting and sure, with 9 grams of protein, 27 vitamins and minerals, and nutrients to support immune health.
Thousands of women with metastatic breast cancer, which is breast cancer that has spread to other parts of the body, are living in the moment and taking Ibrance. Ibrance with an aromatase inhibitor is for postmenopausal women or for men with HR-positive, HER2-negative metastatic breast cancer as the first hormonal-based therapy. Ibrance plus letrozole significantly delayed disease progression versus letrozole and shrank tumors in over half of patients. Patients taking Ibrance can develop low white blood cell counts, which may cause serious infections that can lead to death. Ibrance may cause severe inflammation of the lungs that can lead to death. Tell your doctor right away if you have new or worsening symptoms, including trouble breathing, shortness of breath, cough, or chest pain. Before taking Ibrance, tell your doctor if you have fever, chills, or other signs of infection, liver or kidney problems, are pregnant, breastfeeding, or plan to become pregnant. Common side effects include low red blood cell and low platelet counts, infections, tiredness, nausea, sore mouth, abnormalities in liver blood tests, diarrhea, hair thinning or loss, vomiting, rash, and loss of appetite. Be in your moment. Ask your doctor about Ibrance.
Every financial plan needs a CFP professional. Confident financial plans, calming financial plans, complete financial plans. They're all possible with a CFP professional. Find yours at letsmakeaplan.org.
Would you believe me if I told you that this bracelet has funded the removal of more than 8 million pounds of trash from the ocean? It's made from recycled materials, including ocean plastic, recovered by 4 Oceans captains and crews who clean the ocean and coastlines 7 days a week. By purchasing this bracelet, 1 pound of trash from the ocean. Visit 4ocean.com, buy a bracelet, and pull your pound today.
Tomorrow on TNT, 4 champions united for COVID-19 relief. 18 holes, 1 can't-miss round.
This is something that they'll all remember.
Tiger Woods and Peyton Manning versus Phil Mickelson and Tom Brady.
To help people out, it means a lot.
Anybody loves golf, it's a real thrill.
Something this huge makes for a great opportunity.
Live from Medalist Golf Club, Capital One's The Match, Champions for Charity. Tomorrow at 3 p.m. on TNT.
Just at home, staying safe with my family, working hard.
Doing social distancing with the neighbors. Happy birthday, Dad! Bye!
I just wanted to show you our office.
As the world separated, we transitioned and came together, 7,000 strong, working from home to fund over $6 billion for American homeowners last month.
It's crazy, huh? Hi.
Moments of challenge and change.
Home Depot is committed to preserving the American dream of homeownership.
Yeah.
Lowering payments, providing jobs,
Investing in communities across the globe. We are grateful and proud of our purpose, serving 20,000 families each month as they navigate the new normal.
Now more than ever, home has new meaning. Home is everything.
Leave me alone? Daddy, it's for you.
Special report, China's deadly secret, tomorrow at 9.
Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us this Memorial Day weekend. I'm Frederica Whitfield. We begin this holiday weekend with many places in the U.S. reopening in the midst of the coronavirus pandemic. From coast to coast, states are allowing people to soak in the sun at beaches and parks, but strict rules are in place in some areas as social distancing and safety guidelines are enforced. Nationwide, the number of new cases is holding steady or rising in 42 states. Some experts worrying that reopening could cause new spikes of the disease. Confirmed cases in the U.S. now top 1.6 million with over 96,000 deaths. As states ease stay-at-home orders, President Trump is calling on governors to do even more, demanding they open houses of worship this weekend, even saying that he, the president, will override any governor who doesn't comply. Legal experts dispute whether the president has that kind of authority. In Georgia, thousands are expected to gather on Tybee Island this Memorial Day weekend. The small beach town made national headlines when the mayor went toe-to-toe with Governor Brian Kemp. Back in April, Kemp opened beaches right after Tybee Island's mayor and city council closed the beaches. CNN's Natasha Chen joining me right now from Tybee Island. So, Natasha, there have been a lot of people who have been going to the beaches since the governor reopened it, but now it looks like an even greater influx of people.
Yeah, Fred, it looks like a party out here. Let's show you a little bit of what we're seeing. That guy says it's supposed to be his wedding day, so he came down to the beach instead. Okay, so these parties and families are at least seeming to keep a distance from each other, which is what they're supposed to do. They're also supposed to keep groups under 10 people. Now, you mentioned that the mayor went toe-to-toe with Brian Kemp when when the beaches first started reopening. To make that clear, she did appreciate after that the state sent resources, the Department of Natural Resources down here, to patrol the beaches specifically for social distancing, and that is happening today as well. She did mention that last Saturday, there were 12,000 cars who came to Tybee Island, and you could just imagine what that's like this holiday weekend. Now, it was only last Sunday or so that the city was able to hire back and put back their lifeguards here. So you can imagine how dangerous that was with people coming and not enough eyes looking out for those swimmers. In fact, we talked to one person who saved an 8-year-old who was really caught by a riptide there. Here's what he said about the whole situation.
I didn't really agree with the state reopening the beaches, but there's nothing you can do really. There's too many people coming down here now. There's tons of people coming down to Tybee Island, so there's nothing they can really do about it, to be honest.
And so when he had to save the boy, there were no lifeguards out. At least today there are. So he thinks that is definitely better considering the crowds that we're seeing here today. So there will be patrolling officers from the state, local officers as well. But we're seeing that there are a lot of people keeping their distance from each other, but no masks on anyone, Fred.
All right, Natasha Chen, thank you so much. Tybee Island will check back with you throughout the day. And this breaking news into CNN right now, more than 125 firefighters are battling a massive fire at California's Pier 45 in San Francisco. The warehouse fire was first reported early this morning at the iconic Fisherman's Wharf, which is home to a pair of World War II era warships. Officials say a quarter of the pier has been lost to the flames. CNN's Dan Simon joining me now from San Francisco. So What sparked this fire?
At this point, we don't know, Fred, but what a scene there with all of that thick black smoke rolling over the San Francisco Bay. We know that a lot of firefighters are out there, more than 125 of them, trying to keep this blaze in check, and they seem to have been successful. They did save one of those World War II era ships, the SS Jeremiah O'Brien, but you can see crews still trying to get that blaze under control. We understand this broke out about 4:15 this morning, and it was at a warehouse there on Pier 45. This is part of Fisherman's Wharf, which is obviously a very popular place for tourists. Not right now, though, in light of the pandemic. But crews racing to the scene and keeping that fire contained to one particular warehouse where they seem to have gotten things under control. But obviously, a lot of frantic activity. Fire crews still there at the scene. Fortunately, at this point, Fred, no injuries.
Thankfully for that, Dan Simon, thank you so much. Keep us posted. All right, and now back to the significant number of partial reopenings happening all across the country. In New York, people are now permitted to gather in small groups of 10 people or less. Governor Andrew Cuomo signing the measure just in time for the holiday weekend. CNN's Polo Sandoval joins me now from New York. So, Polo, what more are you learning about how people are out and about this holiday weekend?
So, Fred, let me take you back to March. That's when Governor Andrew Cuomo signed that executive order banning any non-essential group gatherings. Fast forward to this week when he allowed those for Memorial Day celebrations or religious purposes to go out. And then last night, yet another reversal now where the governor has now issued another executive order allowing any kind of gathering as long as it's 10 people or less, and as long as those people are adhering to that social distancing and also disinfecting protocols. Look, it is Memorial Day. Yes, here in New York, it is raining, but the forecast looks better. And after today, we will see people out and about. And as you hear from officials, that's okay as long as people are careful. President Trump insists the nation's houses of worship must reopen this weekend. On Friday, he deemed them essential before the CDC unveiled new interim guidance for communities of faith. The president also said he would override states that resist, though it's not clear if he has any authority to do so. Some of the nation's governors reminding the commander-in-chief that reopening decisions fall on the states.
It's the governor's decision, of course, and that's why I think he said, look, when the CDC guidance comes out, take a look at the guidance and see what might be possible. And that's the approach we're going to do.
This weekend also marking the symbolic start of summer and a major test for beachside communities that have been preparing for crowds. Many beaches are open on the east and west coasts, though you can expect social distancing restrictions and capacity limits to be in place.
I'm excited. I think it's good. I think people need to be outside and enjoying what nature's given us.
We've been cooped up inside for so long, and it's nice to get outside and get a little work in.
For Florida residents, only beaches in hard-hit areas like Fort Lauderdale and Miami-Dade County will stay closed. As a new study warning some southern states could see a spike in COVID-19 cases, another round of reopenings just in time for the holiday weekend. South Carolina theme parks are open again, as are bars in Texas with limited capacity and dancing discouraged.
We have to do a lot of extra precautions we didn't have to do before. Increased sanitation, hand sanitizing stations. Our staff has to wear masks.
Overall, it's okay to venture away from home, says the White House's coronavirus response coordinator.
Understand you can go out, you can be outside, you can play golf, you can play tennis with marked balls. You can go to the beaches if you stay 6 feet apart, but remember that that is your space, and that's a space that you need to protect and ensure that you're social distance for others.
But the White House is expressing concern over the region seeing a high number of COVID cases, cities like Los Angeles, Chicago, and Washington, despite stay-at-home orders. In the next hour or so, we do expect to hear from Governor Cuomo. One of the things that we'll be looking out for, Fred, is any possible new information about when New York City would actually begin that first phase of reopening. But when you hear from experts, everybody seems to agree that it may perhaps be the last, and it's certainly not surprising, as it was one of the hardest hit. And we have seen those numbers in New York City, and of course, the concern is that we could see them rising.
Polo Sandoval, a very rainy New York City. Appreciate it. All right, still ahead, President Trump orders churches to reopen in all 50 states, but can he do that? The legal challenges of reopening houses of worship next. Plus, the president reveals he has been taking Hydroxychloroquine, a controversial drug known to actually do more harm than good for coronavirus patients. The safety risk for the president and for you. Straight ahead.
The great American outdoors are closer than you think. With battery power made by Steel. Save $40 on any 8K series double battery bundle. Not sold at Lowe's or the Home Depot. Pick up at over 9,000 local Steel dealers. Find yours at steeldealers.com.
You wouldn't accept an incomplete job from anyone else, so why accept it from your allergy pills? Flonase relieves your worst symptoms, which most pills don't. Get all-in-one allergy relief for 24 hours with Flonase.
It's never been more important to take care of your heart from the comfort of your home. Many people have an irregular heartbeat called atrial fibrillation, which increases their risk of having a stroke by 500%. Others have a family history of atrial fibrillation, which increases their risk of having it by 30%. And those over 65 are at the highest risk. If they only knew they had the condition, they could actually do something about it. Well, now with KardioMobile, it is possible to know what's going on with your heart. KardioMobile is the FDA-cleared personal EKG device, which allows you to take a medical-grade EKG in just 30 seconds from anywhere. KardioMobile is proven to detect atrial fibrillation, one of the leading causes of stroke. KardioMobile can also tell you when your heart rhythm is normal, giving you daily peace of mind. Check your heart's health every day with KardioMobile. KardioMobile is now available for just $89. Get yours today at KardioMobile.com or Amazon.
When allergies attack, the excitement fades. Allegra helps you say yes with the fastest non-drowsy allergy relief. For 24-hour relief from your indoor and outdoor allergies, say yes to life's possibilities. Allegra, live your life, not your allergies.
Meet the Ninja Foodie Grill. Get the perfectly grilled flavors of an outdoor grill indoors. And because it's a Ninja Foodie, it can do even more, like transform into an air fryer. The Ninja Foodie Grill, the grill that sears, sizzles, and air fry crisps.
You want to improve? You want to get better? Here's a little truth for you. Perfect does not exist. Cowboying up is about taking ownership. Sponginess. What isness? The only time that you should look back in life is to see how far you've come. Oh my God. Somebody put me on because I'm on fire. I gotta be on fire. Roxy, get out the board.
Each year, Americans waste $21 billion by overpaying on car insurance. That's why I went to thezebra.com. Because while every company claims to save you money on car insurance, the Zebra shows you who actually can.
Compare car insurance for free at thezebra.com today.
We live in uncertain times. However, there is one thing you can be certain of. The men and women of the United States Postal Service. We're here to deliver cards and packages from loved ones, and also deliver the peace of mind of knowing that essentials like prescriptions are on their way. Every day, all across America, we deliver for you, and we always will.
When bugs move in, we stress out and spray. Well, we used to. New Ortho Home Defense Max Indoor Insect Barrier kills and prevents bugs for up to a year without odor, stains, or fuss. New Ortho Home Defense Max.
You should have me on the commercial because I eat candy and ice cream all day.
Noom is made for ultimate protection. The flexible ear loops provide universal fit for easy.
Talking about sunshine before it's all said and
I don't think I know how to do that.
Get it. What in the is right, pal? What the are you doing in my house?
Bro, this is not your house. This is her house, bro.
No, back off.
This house, bro. Hey, I don't know who you are, bro.
I came in early last night, and I've been talking to these gentlemen, and I found out
They're here.
They're here because of you.
Did you say Vanessa a second ago? That's Vanessa, bro. Her real name is. She's been married for 20 years now. That bad?
Being dead honest.
Larry!
Wait, you need what? Back up, bro. Why did he call you Vanessa?
On your ass.
Why did he call you Vanessa a second ago?
I met this lady up. Meet me. Hey, man, get out.
This isn't even the same guy that we have.
No, like, who's this? I saw
This is another guy?
of you with another guy. It's not this guy.
Doing it,
Is it? What's your name? Are you Vanessa? Who are you? Get out. Get am I?
Stop it, Larry! Larry!
I don't remember the Alamo on your ass. What? Get out of my house.
Yo, you check your bitch, bro.
Why are you
Don't
here?
get mad at me. I'm here because you couldn't be honest with your husband.
You don't know anything.
Oh, you don't need to touch me.
Go with him. You can go with his ass. You were going with him when I walked in. His ass now. No. This is over. This is over.
Coming up, the conclusion.
Having a bad hair day? Well, you're not alone.
She burnt my edges out.
What?
Hold on.
Celebrity superstar Tamar Braxton is putting your hair disasters
I had like third-degree burns.
on blast.
Wait. I got some questions.
Check out your beautician. New series premieres Monday at 9.
In this world where people are staying at home, many of life's moments are being put on hold. At Carvana, we understand that for some, getting a car just can't wait. That's why the new way to buy and sell a car is also the safer way. At Carvana, you can do it all 100% online from home, with a touchless delivery and pickup process to keep you safe. And for even greater peace of mind, all Carvana cars come with a 7-day return policy. Shop now and get up to 90 days to make your first payment. Check out Carvana, the safer way to buy a car. Crunchmaster. Need a little crunch in your day? Crunchy, yeah you do. Meet the master of crunch. Crunchmaster, the world's crispiest, crunchiest, gluten-free snack to bite into during your busy day. So crunch out the noise. Do your mouth a favor. And take a mother crunching crunch with Crunchmaster. Find us in the deli and with the better for you snacks.
Here's to the road ahead. Trust Toyota to be here for you.
Right now, Toyota is offering 0% financing for 60 months on a new 2020 RAV4. Or you can lease a new RAV4 for $229 a month. You can even shop and buy online from the comfort of your home. Many Toyota service centers are open to help keep your vehicle in top shape and may even offer no-contact vehicle drop-off.
All from the brand you trust today and tomorrow. Toyota.
Are you tired of clean clothes that just don't smell clean? What if your clothes could stay fresh for weeks? Now they can. Downy Unstoppable's in-wash scent boosters keep your laundry smelling fresh way longer than detergent alone. Pour a cap of Downy Unstoppables into your washing machine before each load and enjoy fresher smelling laundry for up to 12 weeks. This towel has already been used and it still smells fresh. If you want laundry to smell fresh for weeks, make sure you have Downy Unstoppables in-wash scent boosters.
Moderate to severe plaque psoriasis, flakes can throw a wrench into your day. That's why there's Illumia. With just 4 doses a year after 2 initial doses, clearer skin is possible.
Don't use if you're allergic to Illumia or any of its ingredients. Before starting treatment, your doctor should check for tuberculosis and infections. Illumia may increase your risk of infections and lower your ability to fight them.
This could be your chance to leave your psoriasis symptoms behind. Ask your doctor for Illumia today for a clearer tomorrow.
Eyes closed, Daddy.
Yes, dear.
When life gives you more together time, DQ gives you your favorite treats, like blizzard trees, sundaes, and more. Thank you for making us part of your together. Look for drive-thru and takeout options at your DQ.
Enjoy lower carbs. Enjoy lower calories. Enjoy the perfectly balanced light beer. Corona Premier.
I think the time is right.
The newest addition to the Chipotle Kitchen is a second Chipotle Kitchen. Introducing Chipotle Digital Kitchens, exclusively for your online order with dedicated teams ready to make it fresh, fast, exactly how you want, and deliver it straight to your door. Order now for contactless carryout or delivery.
These days, we've got new routines, new responsibilities, and even a few new coworkers too. But the one thing that isn't new is making sure you take time to connect with those you love. Keurig, brew the love.
The Sentinel Group sponsors this paid advertisement for legal services. Have you or a loved one been diagnosed with cancer after using Zantac or other heartburn medications for several months? You may be entitled to compensation. The FDA has warned that Zantac and other medications.
They're at your house.
Keith, this is my best friend Pam.
You bitch, bro. It's over. This is over.
Not.
I do too, man. Bro, I met her on Meet Me about 3-4 days ago, bro. You're not my just want to hook up, just time. How many boys do you have?
Just him.
How many? To me, out of half.
He's nobody, Larry.
Hey, I didn't know who this is. Who's this guy? Because that's definitely not him. Yeah. Who's the?
Just a friend.
This is surveillance of her with this gentleman. So she's been lying to you too, man. So this is one that who's the reason I'm here is for right there. Don't get mad at me. Did you bring that? I brought it. Take it. Get your ass out.
Larry, get him out. Go away.
So wait, can I just get your side of the story? How did she paint this whole picture to you? She said, I am a single woman. I'm lonely. I need some company. You're a nice little Hispanic boy. Let's hang out. I'm like, oh, get some vodka. Let's chill. Let's kick it. She brought her little dogs out. She just put her little dogs in there. Making out,
Stop
kissing.
lying. Stop lying.
I ain't heard you tell him to get the out. I got one question for you. You had a phone call one night with Larry right here, your husband. You took it inside this home with another man, and it's not this guy right here. Do you remember this?
No, Larry.
No, I want to know. I want to know the truth.
Why are you doing this?
Why am I doing this?
Can we just talk, Larry? Can we just talk by ourselves?
Unless you were giving him CPR when I walked in.
Larry, please, Larry.
No. Hey, who's Vanessa? Who's Vanessa? Don't hit me. Don't get mad at me. Don't get mad at me. I'm not getting mad. Okay, why don't you just go with me? Okay, yeah.
Larry, I love you.
No, Vanessa. No, I'm sorry. No, don't even talk. Don't even say my name. No. Get your ass home. Come on, we'll go to my condo. We'll go. Come on, let's go. That's gonna be the only way out of here. Come on, let's go. Wow. You know we got money. We're fine. Why don't we just leave, huh? Go outside and see if we can get anything else from her. Why won't you just fess up, man?
Larry, please. Let me talk to Larry.
Larry's right here. What? Can you just tell him the truth? Talk. Why don't you just tell him the truth? You're a attorney. That's what you need. No, that's too much. It's ultimately up to you, but I just want to make sure between the two of you that I got the answers that you wanted from her, because she doesn't seem to want to do anything. She ain't said a thing yet. Even interested in listening to you. But that's not. If I told myself if I
go away, Adam, go away.
Oh.
See what you did?
How consider yourself lucky he's letting you stay in the house still?
You shut up.
I mean,
Get out
disrespecting the man. You made your bed, go sleep in it, and wondering what the you
No,
did.
Larry, please. Larry, no.
I wish you luck.
No, Larry. Larry, come back.
No.
Larry, please.
Don't let her in.
Please. Larry. Larry, please.
You're beyond pathetic.
I love you, Larry.
She's like a three-legged puppy.
You're
You're so pathetic.
Larry.
And that wasn't even the guy that did it. Are you still around?
Larry, please.
No, I'm done. I'm done with you. Damn it, go away.
Fine, Larry, please.
Yeah, did you say goodbye?
No.
Okay, I did.
Larry, I need
No,
you.
I said goodbye
No, Larry, please.
with a capital bye.
No.
Over. Heads up, excuse me.
Larry,
God help her if I find out I got something that she gave to me.
Larry.
Oh man, because that's the only place I got it. Oh, God forbid. I did my best to get you ultimately an answer. You did your job. Man, that's all I can do, man. I know. And I'm sorry it turned out like this. I did too.
It's your fault. It's me.
At Burger King, we're updating our safety procedures with you in mind. So we're checking our employees' temperatures every day and wearing masks and gloves at all times, while continuing contactless drive-through and delivery. Let's keep taking care of each other.
You're ready to drive again, and not just to the neighborhood store. In a new